19F1044. I am from class DPT 3A. I am studying at the Politeknik Kota Bahru. I'm delighted to be here today to talk to you about my experiment 2. My experiment 2 topic is velocity and acceleration. Objective of this experiment is number 1 is to study linear motion on object. Number 2 is to study the velocity and acceleration of an object. Equipment for this experiment is number 1 is ticker tape timer, number 2 is ticker tape, number 3 is power supply DC 12 volt, number 4 is trolley, number 5 is track, number 6 is lift jack, number 7 is wires, number 8 is cell phone tape.
Okay sir, now we go into the second experiment, velocity and acceleration. The procedure is, first step is set the equipment as in figure 1. Second step is stick the ticker tape to trolley using cellophane tape. Third step is start the ticker tape timer. Fourth is release the trolley down the track freely. And the last step is starting from the first dot on ticker tape, give a mark and number for every 10 dot. One interval is calculated from one point to another, refer to figure 2. So what to do is we have to start the ticker tape and count the dot. At the same time we will know the velocity and the acceleration. Using that two method, we have to find the time, how many dots in time on one speed trolley car go down the track.
Hi sir, my name is Srinivasan Analaki Pakenathan. My metric number 04 DPT 19F110. Now I want to explain experiment 2. This is experiment 2. Strips accurate from experiment 10 strips. Time for one strip equal 1 times 0.2 equal 0.2 second. So time for 10 strip equal 10 times 0.2 equal 2 second. Distance of trolley 97 centimeter equal 97 meter divide 100 equal 0.97 meter. Average velocity equal total distance traveled divided strip time accurate equal 0.97 divide 2 equal 0.49 meter per second. Initial velocity V equal length of first strip time for 10 interval equal 2.2 cm divided 0.2 second equal 2.2 divide 100 divide 0.2 equal 0.022 meter divided 0.2 seconds. The final answer is 0.100 meter per second. The final velocity for V equal length of last strips and divided time for 10 interval equal 70.6 centimeter divided 0.2 second equals 70.6 divided 100 divided 0.2 equals 0.176 divided 0.2. The final answer is 0.88 meter per second. The acceleration for acceleration known of strips times time of 10 interval equal 10 subtract 1 times 0.2 equal 9 times 0.2. The last answer is 1.8 second. Acceleration A final velocity subtract initial velocity divided time for acceleration equal 0.88 subtract 0.11 divided 1.8 0.77 divided 1.8. The final answer is 0.43 meter per second procedur. For time for acceleration known of strips times time of 10 interval equal 10 subtract 1 times 0.2 equal 9 times 0.2. The last answer is 1.8 second. Acceleration A final velocity subtract initial velocity divided time for acceleration equal 0.88 subtract 0.11 divided 1.8 0.77 divided 1.8. The final answer is 0.43 meter per second procedur. Thank you. This is for experiment 2. T divided time for acceleration equal 0.88 subtract 0.11 divided 1.8 0.77 divided 1.8. The final answer is 0.43 meter per second procedur. For time for acceleration known of strips times time of 10 interval equal 10 subtract 1 times 0.2 equal 9 times 0.2. The last answer is 1.8 second. Acceleration A final velocity subtract initial velocity divided time for acceleration equal 0.88 subtract 0.11 divided 1.8 0.77 divided 1.8. The final answer is 0.43 meter per second procedur. Thank you. This is for experiment 2.
Conclusion and discussion for experiment 2 is the relationship between the position, velocity and acceleration of an object moving in one dimension along a straight line is investigated. The experiment was carried out under ideal conditions dealing with velocity, time, acceleration of an individual. I am certain that it is easier to move at a constant velocity because velocity can be changing when speed is constant because velocity is a vector and speed is the magnitude of the vector. This situation will mean the velocity stays the same size while changing direction, unlike acceleration which has to be moving in order to have a zero acceleration because it cannot begin at zero unlike velocity. The shapes of the position versus time graph show two basic types of motion, which are constant velocity motion and accelerated motion, which reveals an important principle. That principle is that the slope on the line on a position time graph demonstration useful information about the velocity of the object.